welcome to an early Saturday morning cast. I'm in my bedrobe and I am ready for war, and I hope you guys are too, because we are looking at the egg, the Romanian oil egg, otherwise known as Ploiești. This map is going to treat us to two fantastic players. In the south, we have none other than, are you ready? It is indeed Panzergrenadier Angreifen, playing as old warriors, but we'll call him PGA. I know it's PGA, you know it's PGA. We're going to have a good day today. The northern player, as the USF, is Orangepest, hailing, of course, from Sweden. This guy is damn good at the game. Now, I'm going to do something controversial. You may not like it. Before we get into the game proper, I'm going to rotate the map. The reason being is I want the UI of the blue guy on the left and the UI of the right guy on the left. Nobody really plays Ploiești very much at the moment, so hopefully this isn't too jarring. Just get yourself accustomed to it. You'll get on board. It'll be absolutely fine. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with. Let's get on with it now. Stern Pioneers, Grenadiers pushing in, rear echelons back away. Just have a little bit of the fog of war for Orangepest. You see what he sees. He gets his cut-off point, but that's all it is. Meanwhile, in the south, Rifleman, he's still waking up, just as I am. I played a couple of games this morning before this cast, and I tell you what, playing early in the morning isn't as easy. I might want to play after work rather than early in the morning. And we have a couple of jokes for you today. The first one is from K-Pen in Twitch chat right now. What do you call a factory that only makes okay products? It is indeed a satisfactory. That's right. If this is still the cast for you, you have my congratulations. You are a man of much strength and resilience, or possibly woman. My YouTube statistics say 100% male audience, but it is possible. Orangepest assesses the mathematical equation in front of him and says that Stern Pioneer and Volksgrenadier greater than Rifleman rear echelon. Fair enough. Let's keep abreast of the situation. Go down south. We see that Rifleman capping down there. Nothing too crazy right now. On the oil egg, see that Stern Pioneers are going to be going south. Let's have a little assessment of the commander choice for Orangepest. We've got Heavy Cav. Oh, that's an old favourite of mine. And he's gone for 3 rifles, pretty standard. What can PGA offer us this game? Let's have a little look. We've got Elite Armour. Oh, yes. We've got Overwatch. Yes. Goliaths. Or possibly First Storm. So that is just a trifecta of okay mad bullshittery. That's what we want from the bullshitter tree. Is one of these beautiful fruits to bear either a Sturmtiger, a Goliath, or possibly, that's right, the Opel Blitz truck. Anyway, we have a 4th Volksgrenadier incoming, possibly into flak. Of course, the balanced team made the flak a little bit more accessible, I believe, which is great, because it was already really well used anyway. I've caught a little bit of flack myself for some of my comments in the balance video I made. I was wrong a couple of times. I thought I was right more than I was wrong, and that's the AE guarantee. I'll average out a being right percentage of 51%. Of all the bullshit I throw against the wall, some of it will stick. All your money back. Rifleman behind the heavy cover. PGA don't give a shit. He's like a honey badger. Forces you away. Back down south. Rifleman just panning out now. They're negating this cover. Should it ever get constructed? Lost a little bit of health there. Meanwhile, back in the USSR, we're getting Panzer Schlepper out. Doesn't make any sense. It is, well, they might be fighting in the USSR. This is indeed Romania.
Supply hub getter is ready for orders.
Right, forced away there. As the Volksgrenadiers continue their merry assault. Meanwhile, in the north, a bit of a stagnant game so far. We're actually going to do a rare thing. We're going to ×2 pass a little of this slow action as the Riflemen back away, get behind the heavy cover. Volksgrenadiers on guard. Meanwhile, in north, Orangepest is looking to try and push out. Lieutenant leads the fray. Stern Pioneers join the action. Lieutenant backs away. Can they get to that green cover? They're trying to negate the idea that there's an incendiary grenade coming, but that just means he hasn't gotten to the heavy cover. He played a delicate game there, and I think he's won out. That's really good game sense by Orangepest. I'm going to actually analyse that because I think these details make Company Heroes beautiful. So, you had a couple of options. Do you A, try and get to the green cover, eat an incendiary grenade? that's not what he went for. No, he went for no cover and negated his opponent's cover, giving him maneuverability away from incendiary grenades, because of course you get stuck to cover if you try and peel away from it. Then he hit halt, got the SMG in because this guy got focus fired, so it was a gamble. But he was further away from the stern pioneer than he would have been had he gone this direction. He went here, stood still, pulled the lieutenant in, and he just rolled those dice. But he rolled those dice with a favourable odds. If he'd gone for the cover, he may not have won that engagement. And these are the fine margins of Company Heroes. Love it. I love the tactics. Love the gunplay in Company Heroes. It's everything you want an FPS to be, but it's an RTS. How many acronyms do you need, baby? Lovely stuff. Back in base, we of course have Battle Group Headquarters with its many upgrades. You can get the Field Medics upgrade. You can get the Battle Group Support upgrade. There's just so many upgrades in Company Heroes these days for OKW. It's like having an Argos catalogue or a Sears catalogue, whatever you want to call it, whatever your catalogue of choice as a child was in your countries. I'm sure you all had it. In the UK, you flick to the back and you look at the toy section and you ask your parents, "May I have a toy?" And they smack you ruthlessly and say, "No! Wait till Christmas." And of course, it was February. I had PlayStation games from launch, and I had them for 4 years. God damn it! I had Soviet Strike. In 1999, I had the 1995 release of Soviet Strike, and I was fine. I didn't need regular new titles. I just played the same 3 or 4 games I had over and over again. Ah, those were the days. Simpler times. Now I've got every game I could ever want and no time to play it. Orangepest, by the way, this is the suffocating aggression. You just can't see it coming. Players like Orangepest that have really begun to master the game, and I'm not blowing smoke up his ass, but this guy is one to watch. He's a prospect. You know, I do a lot of boxing analogies. Get your bingo cards out there. But in elite level sports, you often have 2 or 3 extremely good players. You know, your Lovenest, your Isildur, your Nagano. And then you have prospects, people that could challenge them down the line. And Orangepest is really fermenting. He's bubbling up like a toxic brew that could actually become incredibly potent, like a neurotoxin. And that neurotoxin may kill us all and take him to World Championship status in the future. Like GLaDOS, almost.
This is it.
Suspended from his ceiling in Sweden. In some kind of cyberpunk bondage. Rifleman's so low on health. I hope he's got the ambo coming out. He does indeed. That is, in a way, really good, actually. Think about how many bullets he sponged there without dropping more. He only lost 28 manpower for all that. Meanwhile, we got the 50 cal Dushkin. Not a Dushka, but it's like a Dushka. Not as good as a Dushka now. It's been nerfed heavily, don't forget. Would have been at one time that you want to just keep going for them all game long. Stewart's out here. And PGA's out as well. He's pushing back. That's the ebb and flow, to and fro, back and forth gameplay for Company Heroes that we often talk about. Comes in waves. Like the wind's effect on the topmost layer of the sea. Stewart, nice camo. There's another A bingo card tile here. And this is one of the few maps that, by the way, that actually adds to the tapestry of Company Heroes. Western France, Western France, Western France. Ooh, Romanian oil fields. Vito, Western France, Western France. Everybody has Playas vetoed. They should give it a try. It is a damn good map. Just plays differently. It's a little bit spread though for a lot of people's taste. People are learning. There he goes. Evades the cover yet again. Just negates it. Hope you're picking up tips here, guys. And look at that lovely sandbag wedge. That's a triple decker. That is. It'll give you both coronary heart disease and you get a t-shirt if you manage to finish it. Hi, I'm Randy Santal with Atlas and Atlas and Zeus Promotions. And I am an imminent heart attack patient. If you guys watch eating videos. Ever since I gave up hardcore red meat because I have hereditary heart disease in the family, I just watch YouTube videos of mega burgers and see the sweaty fat Americans eat them. You know, the ones where they like fry the bacon in the beef grease. They get the onions out, dip it in the grease. They add 4 layers of cheese, and then the bun is buttered, and they call it something like the homunculus globnocular fat fest. Good job I've got health insurance, bro. But it's just awesome. And there's another one. Love it. Shrek up on the Stern Pioneers. The fact that you can put them away now and get the Minesweepers out intermittently is fantastic. Rakettenwerfer comes in pretty hard counter now, really, but the heavy cover comes to his rescue. Meanwhile, we've got an engagement in the north. 50 cal versus Post Grenadiers. Oh, and the Stuart just died. There it is. He got disorientated. So did Orangepest. I backed away from that engagement in camera angle wise because I assumed Orangepest had that covered. Genuinely, as a caster, I weigh this up sometimes for you guys. I'm like, we don't need to watch this engagement because the Stuart will reverse away. And I've been doing this for years. I always just think, this guy's too good. There's no way he'll leave his Stuart exposed in front of a Rakettenwerfer. And we're left looking silly. But all we missed was the token animation of a tank exploding. Then again, you have to remember some guys are super casual bros. They probably watch their own tanks explode and admire it rather than microing elsewhere on the map. Top tip for you. Don't look at explosions. Cool guys do not look at explosions. That is the AE competitive company heroes tip of the day. You don't watch explosions, just get on with micro and all the other bullshit. Or you paid for this game and you're playing casual 4v4, watch explosions all you want. Have some fun, that's what I say. The ISG, by the way, has racked up 6 kills so far. Riflemen are in dire position here. 1 man remaining. However, was that hissing sentry raid? He just dodged it. I was going to say, I didn't think he had heard him. Whatever bloody hell it's called. ISG here versus the rear echelons. Got another 50 cal pushing up. Got barred up riflemen now winning out down there, and obviously a double win down here. So the ebb and flow continues. Let's just graphically illustrate that, shall we? On the graph. Let's not ignore the KD. It's a KD. But I want to see army value, yes. Orangepest is caught up now, but points held is the one I wanted. Look at that. It's just, they're rarely basically fighting. It's just my turn to attack, your turn to attack, over and over again. We've had 4 iterations of various map control now. Oh, grenade. Again, he tries to dodge. This time he just runs all the way through the fire instead. What is that Rakettenwerfer doing? Is he trying to delete cover or something? He's been firing for a while. He's firing at this crate, trying to get the loot box, it seems. Recently, the Germany is leading the EU and banning loot crate-based games. So, you know, company heroes might not be playable in Germany soon. Especially for the under 18s. Not that it is playable by the under 18s anyway. Doesn't stop casters not swearing during casts and tournaments, big world championship tournaments. It's always an odd juxtaposition when the units say, "My fucking spleen!" And then as a caster we're going, "Oh, it seems his spleen is missing." Free AE's full vocabulary 2021, please. No, I do think it's nice for sponsors not to have commentators swearing and such, etc. Captain's out now for Orangepest, so he's gone Lieutenant Captain, probably to get a pack howitzer, one would assume. He's definitely in amongst it now, isn't he? Like a cat amongst the proverbial pigeons. Riflemen flanking here, they get behind a small crate of bricks, but these bricks are very small. Look at the size of those bricks. Oh no, that's reasonably sized for a brick, actually. Oh, and there we go. That's why you don't fuck around with camera angles, boys and girls. There we go. That's where we were. We were somewhere there. Meanwhile, the North 50 cals are pushing up. Folks, Grenadiers are ready to exploit, but there's 2 50 cals, layers upon layers, backing one another up, facing multiple angles. This guy will not be denied. Schwer now set up. And Fires, lovely stuff. Folks currently here in the north. Happy days in the south. Vet 2 rifles versus now Veteran C2 folks currently here. Sturmgewehrs went out there for this time at least. Let's go over to tap map land and just assess the relative positioning. As we are in for one of those famous struggles, A's going to have to rely a little bit more on some of the comments in chat, I think. So, got any opinions on this game so far, lads? You know, Sturmtiger says, recipe for explosive diarrhea. I don't know what that has any relation to. I can't scroll up because I'm locked in game, but that's his last comment, so that's helpful. Always good to hear. Keep low is the call, and he kept very low and he ducked out of there. Lovely animations on the ISG round. And I'm really wondering what's going to come out of the captain. He cancelled captain, did he? Or did the captain die? Let's have a little look. Okay, he cancelled it. Fair enough. He's cancelled it. He's going to go straight for major into Sherman, perhaps. ISG will eat him alive. Look at the pressure the ISG applies. It's got 8 kills now, so that's not too shabby anyway. But, you know, a lot of health damage and a lot of pressure. Company Heroes is all about the pushing game. Salt and Pepper should be the vocal artist of choice for any Company Heroes competitive game. If you didn't know, they sang the famous song, Push It. But it's all about the pushing each other off and keeping each other off balance, constantly applying pressure on different areas of the map. And until things get decisive when tanks come out, it's a delicate balance and just jockeying for position, trading tactical engagements over and over again. It's a washing machine. And who's going to come out clean this particular game? So far, I don't know. I think that Panzergrenadier and Rifles had a very good tactical battle. I'm really liking his arrangement of units at the moment. Not so sure the 50 cals are great for this map, and I'll explain why. There's a lot of sight blockers, right? But on a map with a lot of sight blockers that people aren't used to using. I mean, just look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 on one screen there, and then another 4 on this screen. When it's a relatively new map, not everybody's used to, you know, getting that native positioning of your MGs. I mean, Orangepest has done well. Let's face it, he's done well with these 50 kills. They've been fine. But it's just tricky. It's tiring to keep positioning and thinking about all these sight blockers that you're not used to playing with. And Panzer IV's very soon out for PGA. We do have an M1, as you've seen. So, oh, there you go. He's denying the fuel reserves. This guy is Saddam Hussein. Oh, my lord. Call George W. We've got some WMDs to may not find. Because this guy is going 1991 Q8 on us. He's setting the oil fields alight in Ploiest. This guy is... he's on a deck of playing cards somewhere. Panzer IV is out. It's got awful camouflage. Terrible. I'd send this tank straight behind the curtain again if it was a modelling catwalk. I wouldn't even let it reach the end of the catwalk, to be honest. Just drop kick it. Missile drop kick from the top turnbuckle. Probably tombstone pile driver as well, just to added measure. Stewart saves the life of the 50 cal there. And the bazookas just spray out relentlessly. Drunken man urinating in a dark alley. ISG is just pointing away, pushed up a little bit with it now. He's got a MG34 for support as well. Major's bearing the brunt of this assault. Panzer IV watches on with its damaged engine. Meanwhile, let's check out the north, where Orangepest is building up his defences, and he's managing to focus down the Panzerschwer headquarters, but he's missing frantically at the moment. Let's check on the fuel reserves of Orangepest. Now he's got a Major, he's got 84. Will he want to wait for Pershing? He's 18 minutes into this titanic confrontation. Where's that shooter? That's what the FBI were asking in 1964. Didn't check the depository, bro.
We're taking effective fire. Okay, go ahead.
A capture point is under attack.
First grenade up to 12 kills. He's got a bit of a cold coming on. I've got that kind of nasal blockage. I'm sure you're all graphically thinking about now. There is a sheet of nasality blocking my ability to breathe. Happy days. These happy days are yours and mine. Just adds that extra nerdy voice, doesn't it? Extra nerdy casting today. Glaven. Let's quote the nerds off The Simpsons, of course. I think you'll find he plays Itchy's vertebrae like a xylophone. I withdraw my question. For those of you that missed the 90s Simpsons, you know, we do feel for you out there. It's actually worth the download. It's obviously in 480p. It's Square Vision 4:3 aspect ratio cartoon viewing. Bloody 90s Simpsons, oh my! From 1992 to 1998, especially best comedy of all time, probably the best comedy of all time. Anyway, Rifleman managed to get to Veterans 2 with only 2 kills. Panzer IV finds a good angle, destroys their cover, well targeted by PGA. This auto-matched warrior is, I'd say, winning this at the moment. I don't know why. I just feel like he's got the better of Orangepest so far. Oh, another silo goes down. They're both at it now. Both Baathists. Take him outside and shoot him. If you guys didn't know, in the 1982 Congress of the Ba'ath Party in Iraq, they literally shot everybody one by one, just calling their names out and taking them around the back and just shooting them with AK-47s. And there's a video of it. They're all in Parliament. Saddam Hussein's sitting up there with a shit-eating grin. Might be 1970. I might have got my year wrong, but there's a horrible story about it. Saddam Hussein, basically, and his little general dudes, they made Stalin look like an affable uncle that's saved up to buy you a new PlayStation 1 game 4 years after release. You're like, Tekken, wow! But seriously, Saddam Hussein and his generals, they literally say every single politician's name one by one, and each of them gets taken out of Parliament and shot round the back of Parliament. One by one. And by the end, there's 5 guys left out of like 30 or 50 or something. And it's just brutal. It's like the Purges but televised. And possibly less due process. Anyway, Lieutenant jumping in, 11 kills. Nice 5-kill Folks Grenadier here. This is why I'm really feeling PGA at the moment. And not on the homoerotic sense. Getting some interracial, intercontinental, homoerotic company heroes bro porn going on the go, but another 5 Folks Grenadier there. Giving some real durability on the map. A bit of major artillery on the garrison, trying to get rid of that. Panzer IV rears its ugly head, puts the rifleman in peril. To quote 2 AE cliches there in a row. Yes, I'm going meta. And I don't mean mechanised doctrine. Look at that. First grenades having a cracking time there. Panzer IV in the north. Looks like first grenade is more in the south, meanwhile in the north again. Where's the M1 when you need it? It's all the way out in the picture. It's just getting there now. Panzer IV meanwhile is climbing to 6 kills, applying a lot of pressure. I mean, victory point wise, Orangepest may be winning this just about, but I'm just not liking a strategic situation until the Pershing hits. And then all of a sudden this strategic situation will be saved. Pershing will claim all of the glory, much like General Patton did in Western France, whilst the British and the Canadians were going tooth and nail with the SS and Caen. General Patton was fighting like 3 tubby Faux grenadiers in western France and claiming historic victories.
Area secured.
Driving down the French Riviera, Chardonnay in hand.
A capture point is being overrun.
Like the cavalry pompous bastard he was. Did anybody watch that Mark Selton video where it's on about, like, was Patton assassinated because he was that disliked by the elites administrative wing of the US Army? It's interesting. Certainly the man of the moment, though, wasn't he? In you know, Italy and Sicily, he had a lot of backbone to the lack of British spirit. The British had obviously sustained a lot of casualties by this point, and they were a bit gun shy.
Got a new unit ready and on the field.
And we've got a new unit. It is the predecessor to the M60 Patton tank. The Pershing's on the field. This thing was the, inverted commas, heavy of the American army in the Second World War. And in the Khmer's 2, it is a veritable heavy. Keep it stationary, attack ground with hold fire, and you can wave a magic wand on many an Axis squad and delete their existence. Oh, there we go! Existence deleted! StonePioneers.exe has stopped working. The Pershing has entered the arena.
Combat promotion. Area secure. Set up. Point out.
Double ISGs, they need to do some deletion thing of their own. And they delete a lot of the health at least. Let me correct my oil leg. Hang on, my oil leg was there for most of the cast. I just need to get back to where it was. There we go, that's better. Was my oil leg slightly there? I'm thinking slightly there. I'm a bit of a... I'm peculiar for this. Sorry, guys. I just had a moment of madness. There we go, that's better. Maybe I bet the top comment on YouTube is going to be, AE, your oil egg was all off kilter. I only want the traditional camera angle for every map ever. But then you have the guys that have never played this map before. Like, why is the UI of one guy on the wrong side? It's a minefield out there, guys. All you can do is send KPen97 out there to clear the mines with his feet. Just like the British did with the Aussies in both World Wars, you know. Chaps, I think it would be awfully spiffing if we could attack Turkey. Would you mind, you know, disembarking and attacking Turkey through this very narrow strait? We'll be with you all the way through our field command headquarters 1,000 miles south. K-Pen's not taking the bait in chat. Everybody in YouTube, I do a lot of my casting on Twitch these days because I can upload really quickly. Which means I often try and engage in hilarious quote-unquote banter with the viewers. But there we go. Jadex says, great idea, Winston. Correct says, tournaments anytime. Yeah, go check out the ML Discord. We've got 2 affiliate tournaments this month. And then we've got ML5 next month. Become a patron today. We need the monies to fund every penny goes into prize pools. Every single one. And then we might even have GCS2 later in the year. So loads of great tournaments in the works. Just really hoping Relic can fix the spectate mode because it's not working at the moment for custom games. And of course, tournaments are in the custom games. They're not auto match. So yeah, we really need to get that fixed. Just have a little look at the operational situation unfolding. Let's check out these ISGs. I mean, the kills on these bad boys, 7 and 10, and they're just lapping everything coming out of the base sector. Panzer IV pushes in, eats an M1 round. M1 itself has only got to veterancy 1 this game. That's really poor. By 28 minutes, you'd expect that to have got to veterancy 2 at least. Victory points are having to be hard fought for now. Old Warriors / PGA is just, yeah, just waiting until he gets the retreat and then getting away himself. And temporarily getting a triple cap back, to be fair to him. M1 has only gotten 7 kills so far, and most of that was in its very first action. PGA, now wary of it, is using his game sense, sick game sense, to just evade it, basically. You know, until he gets what he needs to get out. He's got 221 fuel. He's got every truck. Oh my! He might be going for 5 Kubelwagens late in the game. Kubelwagens assemble. Imagine if they could. They can't. There's a nice shot from camera on the Pershing. Will it get a follow-up? Will it get the follow-up? Oh, so close. MG34 will get out of there. Meanwhile, Major just does a dab on the base exit. Panzer IV wants none of that. Still no commander choice from PGA. What the hell's going on there? Oh, Boats Grenadiers. What's happening now? PGA's losing himself. He was microing up here, and he's just lost his second Boats Grenadier of the game. Not good. Meanwhile, we have a pack howitzer coming out. Is Orangepest outlasting his Chinese foe? The top tip from the British Empire, just feed him opium, bro. Is it too soon for that joke? I don't know. ISG taken out by the lieutenant. Oberstall Dalton, of course, coming out to fill the ranks. Pershing pushes forward to take out the ISG. Stern Pioneer in a spot of bother, let's say. We do have a commander chosen. It is the Stern Tiger Doctrine. Not a bad map for it.
75mm gun ready for action.
Pushes in. Oh, but that thick with a double C frontal armour, more than enough for that puny. Puny 7.5. It's another big round from the big boy. Larger and charge. Misses with the follow-up though. Raketin doesn't. While the North Overs MG34s are about to be pushed away. On the move accuracy. Doesn't do anything for you. Fuel-wise, we need to get to 310, I believe. Something like that for the King Tigers. Looks like what he's going for. He's lost a lot of Boats Grenadiers. He can't apply quite as much pressure as he once could. MG is in the chimney. Chimney, chiroo. Beautiful map this is. Really nice to watch from this perspective. I did try and tell White Flat to change it to horizontal. We never got our wish, unfortunately. Lieutenant putting some damage down. Still a damn good map though. Can't expect everybody to listen to everybody ever. Otherwise we'd end up with maps like Bacage. Joking, K-Pendulum. Cheap shot. You know what I think of Bacage. Good map, underrated. Lots of bushes. You've got to love a bit of bush.
The enemy is overrunning one
And we have the button clicked. We have it indeed clicked. He's gone for it, lads. It is indeed the Königstiger, the Bengal Tiger, the Tiger 2, the Nemesis Black Blob tank. We never truly understand what the fuck is going on when A changes his shit, but there you go. King Tigers coming onto the field very slowly here. I'm gonna have to correct the camera angle, lads. I fucked that up horrendously, and this is why I should not do this. But anyway, what did we just have wiped? It was the M1 crew has just gone down. I can see him running away. You can see his little face just here. So he's running away from the north. So that means he's got wiped here. CSI Miami on the field. So he got decrewed. He's going to get recrewed very soon, but the Panzer IV will destroy the weapon. Meanwhile, Königstiger is now out. So that's you caught up what you missed. Lost A was fucking with the camera. And yeah, we've got a rear echelon with the Zook as well. This is going to help out. Meanwhile, Panzer IV down here. Couldn't kill the M1. It was recrewed indeed. King Tiger goes fourth. Knows the M1's not going to do anything. Could take out the ambulance. I'm pretty sure that should be a kill, surely, if he hit it. Panzer IV's looking leery as well. They're both getting aggressive. King Tiger's got those binoculars out now. Can see a lot more than he should be able to use. Let's check out his perspective. That's how much you can see. He's going fourth and multiplying. His damage output at least. M1 does get a penetration off. Hasn't actually used the Sabot rounds, which is surprising. And yeah, he can't really exploit what he needs. He couldn't get too close in there. Didn't want to get snared. And the Pershing could take a rare kill here. Can he get the Panzer IV? He's going for it. Can't see enough now. And the King Tiger's ready to defend. Good push by Orangepest. Good thinking. Aggressive move Meanwhile, Rifleman
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
getting incendiary naded there as the Jackson's on the field. Sorry, Mr. King Tiger. I am for real.
Overrunning one of our capture points.
An outcast-based pun there. It was probably too oblique. Nice shot by the Jackson. Oversoul Dawson need to get some health packs. They're just waiting, anticipating. Nice 360, no scope from the Jackson. Good penetration. Riflemen are forced away, however. Meanwhile, Pershing's climbed up to his 13th kill. This could be a good one. He's stationary. They're grouped. Look out for the squad wipe. Oh, that could have been better. Lieutenant Grenade couldn't do the job. Should have just gone stationary with the Lieutenant in hindsight, but that's what hindsight's good for. Major in the middle, going for that victory point. What a slobber knocker this is becoming. Really is. A grueling 35-minute ordeal for both of these spectacular players. Playing their hearts out early in the morning for Orangepest, late at night for PGA, or just evening time actually. Probably 6 or 7 hours ahead, aren't they? China. Multiple time zones most likely, but most likely east, so I'm going to say 7 hours ahead, I'm going to say. Something like that. Yeah, it's just late afternoon. I'm just talking rubbish, basically. Major's in it. The Major's dead. There he is. He got some artillery off with this last part. Action on this plane of existence. I'm sure his mother would be very happy with that when the matchbox is sent home with small fragments of his vital organs. Just like the 5 crew members of that Panzer IV. Now a tinderbox. Good action from the Jackson there, but the Pershing comes into kill steal. Panzer IV's no more. King Tiger, where were you? King Tiger was way out of the picture, getting healed back in base. Can PGA sustain these losses? That's what we're all asking ourselves. Pack Howitzer, meanwhile, has not really had many decisive kills. Let's see if this helps out. Yep, that's going to help. A lot of health damage done there. Keeping the victory points capped as well. King Tiger has only got 4 kills. What's happening there? That is the longest telegraph pole I've ever seen. I'm going to have to knacker the camera again. Look at that, baby. That's huge. That's a glitch in the Matrix. That's amazing. I'm loving that. Hope that's not breaking your suspension. It's like, have you ever heard the rumours that Poland had the world's tallest building, the Warsaw radio mast? Then it fell over and it became the world's longest building. Well, this is the Warsaw radio mast. The world's tallest and then longest building. Artillery coming down from King Tiger makes no sense to me. That tank should have artillery. There you go. Apparently they do. And M1 obliterated there, but he won't be able to follow up. The Lieutenant's going to try and get it back. He needs to remember to heal that. See if the rear echelons remember to do that. That would be sick game sense for him. Nice work by the Riflemen to wipe the MG34. King Tiger's watching on though. This will be the 3rd victory point for Orangepest. He's looking to see this game out through attritional warfare. Jackson pushes in, gets a penetration, but the Schwer's going to thwart it. He might be losing the Jackson here. We've just had a squad wipe off screen. The Oversoul went down elsewhere. We're going to have to CSI Miami that one. And there, Jackson is taken out there. There's the Oversoul on death. Get the MG34, so it was a retreat path. And he was taken out possibly by the Pack Howitzer, I want to say. He's climbed to veterancy 6. Sorry, 6 kills, veterancy 2. Oh my god, a vet 6 Pack Howitzer. That is nightmare fuel.
Kraut's down to 100 points.
Kraut's down to 100 points, they say. 95 and dropping. Oversoul Dart rebuilding. Probably going to pick up the weapon again, I would imagine. Heat King Tiger OP. Well called by chat. He did indeed use the heat shells in SoCat, and chat points that one out. He always misses the abilities. Great. Never played the team games really, or never really learned the game. I just cast the things in front of me. The men attacking the tank. The tank goes boom. The men are running away, everybody.
Where's that shooter?
And another arty strike from the King Tiger. This King Tiger's having a cracking day.
We lost a gun crew.
There's the artillery taking out the M1. Rear echelons go in. Should have repaired it, bro. Gettenwerfers can't get the kill. I'll tell you what, this is swinging back into PGA territory a little bit. Not in terms of victory points, though. I'm seeing that. Looks like Orangepest should hold out here. And just continue the victory point hold. I think that PGA's lost too many folks grenadiers. 3. He's got 1 remaining. And little actions like this, Oberstdorf only just about surviving, aren't going to help. He's smoking out the north, he needs to get in there, but with what? How's he going to get there right now? He's going to have to go forward with a 2-man MG34 crew. But then he's got to try and attack the centre, and I'm just not feeling it for him. I don't think he's got enough to keep it up. That said, we do have some healing squads in base. We've got a lot coming out though. Pershing amongst them, 24 kills, and MG34 only gets the neutralisation. Gettenwerfers go forward. King Tiger also with its big dangling bollocks.
Crowds are sniffing around our
Sorry,
asses.
binoculars.
Tactical point being
Well said in
captured.
chat from RF Spliff.
Germans are
I
on
want
the
to call him.
ropes. They're down
No,
to
that's not his
25
name, but
points.
whatever. Neutralisation, and there you go. Victory points are going to keep stable for a while. Another Jackson building. King Tiger repairing in the heat of battle. She's going to have to sit on the victory point for now. I suppose a King Tiger flanked with a Raketverf should be able to hold anything, really. Oberstdorf versus Rifleman, but with the Pakawi blaring. It's going to be not blaring, sorry. Scooping and pooping. Doesn't blare, does it? That's more a machine gun that blares. Grenade thrown. Oh, MG34. Oh, the grenade. They tried to just withstand the grenade. Loses 80 manpower when he can least afford it. Another MG coming out. This is a good and wise move by PGA. MGs suddenly become all important in a victory point struggle.
Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Expensive Runner reminds us all that the King Tiger crew can repair, he says. And he just used it, emergency repairs, so good call out by Expensive Runner. Opportunity cost in chat as these Foes Grenadiers are costing the Reich a victory here. Oh, he's retreating through Phosphorus, slowing him down. Needs to get forward now. Heat rounds used. Raketwerfer does not penetrate at a vital moment.
Capture point.
Tiger's going
They only
in.
have 10 points remaining.
10 points remaining. He's trying to hold for Deutschland. Oberstdorf go forward with a man to spare. Jackson's looking for a flank. MG34 is getting smoked. Nice shot by the Jackson, but no veterans, he can't penetrate. Oberstdorf, do they make it to the capping circle? Yes, they do! Keeping the victory points. Well, they would have kept it anyway, I suppose. It wasn't getting capped, but still, it's exciting. And the Pershing's now veterancy 3. Look out for those grenades. Tiger's getting hit hard. Raketwerfer's helping out, however. And the Stern Pioneer is just keeping him in battle. Oh, what a shot from the Raketwerfer there. However, look at this now. 5-man rear esh. 50 cal also. Vet 5 Foes Grenadiers coming to save the day. King Tiger has to keep acting despite it's so low on health. The crew members are concussed. They know nothing. Nazi rhetoric and dreams of coming home to Helga. These guys will never make it to their Fraulein because they're deadlining. They're just about onlooking the victory point. King Tiger heroically trying to save the situation. Oberstdorf having to go forward. No Raketwerfers to help out. ISG's helping out though. Dodges the nade, but you can't dodge a Pershing. It's too blappy. And look at the demise of the King Tiger there. on the oil fields that the Nazis fought for so hard. They were eventually encircled and defeated. This time, not by American material and Soviet blood, but American blood as well. There you go. And let's make a nice YouTube tile, shall we? That one will do. May have to Photoshop it out a little bit, but that's pretty cool, bro. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a lovely weekend. Hopefully my casting held up despite it being 9 o'clock in the morning, but I think it was all right. Yep, we'll get that one on YouTube. Cheers, bro. Have a good weekend. Oh, my God. There we go.